Okay, hello everybody. We are group 16 and now today we will present about our weeks 2 quiz explanation. So let's begin. I will talk first about the outline. So we have a total of three categories. The first one is the foundational level, which is the easiest physics. And this category has the total number of 5 questions. Level 2 is for some use case matching, and it has a total of 3 questions. And the last one is quite harder, which is optimization and edge cases. And it has a total number of questions is 2. So we will first go through the 5 quizzes of foundational. Question 1. Which AWS service is best suited for storing a large amount of unstructured data, like images, videos, and documents with high durability and low cost? A. Amazon EBS, B. Amazon S3, C. Amazon EFS, and D. EC2 instance store. And the correct answer is B. Amazon S3, and here's why. So the Amazon S3 is specifically built for unstructured data. So as an object storage service, S3 is specifically designed to store files like images, videos, and documents in a flat structure. Moreover, it provides the so-called virtually unlimited scalability, which allow organizations to store massive amounts of data effortlessly. Next is about the high durability and low cost. So S3 offers extreme durability and is the most cost-effective option for large-scale storage compared to EBS, which is elastic block store, or EFS, which is elastic file system. Question 2. Which component acts as a virtual firewall to control inbound and outbound traffic for EC2 instance? A. Route table, B. Security group, C. IAM, and D. Elastic load balancer or ELB. So the correct answer is B. Security group. This is because the security group acts at a built-in firewall at the instance level to filter out traffic before it even reaches our server. About the traffic control, it provides the specific rules to manage inbound and outbound network traffic for EC2 instance. It also directs traffic based on the defined protocols like HTTP, HTTPS, or SSH, port range, and IP address as well. Question 3. What is the primary function of an Amazon Machine Language or AMI? A. To serve as a pre-configured template for launching EC2 instances. B. To act as a firewall for incoming network traffic. C. To provide persistent block storage for running instances. And D. To automatically scale the number of instances based on demand. And the correct answer is A. To serve as a pre-configured template for launching EC2 instances. So an AMI contains everything needed to start a server, including the OS, the pre-installed software, and settings. It also enables faster setup by removing the need to manually install and configure software every time you launch a new instance. Yeah, it's basically automatic. And it also ensures that every instance you launch is identical, which is essential for reliable scaling and disaster recovery. Question 4. Which service allows you to run code without provisioning or managing servers, or so-called serverless compute? So we have our 4 options here, and our correct option is the AWS Lambda. So AWS Lambda allows you to run code without provisioning or managing servers. In other words, the AWS handles all the underlying infrastructure. And also the service automatically executes the code in response to specific triggers or events. And it also scales automatically from a few requests per day to thousands per second, without we have to manually configure anything. Question 5. What is the primary function of user data in Amazon EC2 when configuring a new instant launch? So A, to store personal user files in the cloud. B, to run a bootstrap script to configure the server. C, to define firewall rules for instance. And D, to monitor CPU and memory usage. So the correct answer is B, to run a bootstrap script to configure the server. And you can probably guess it via this image. So here's why. About the automatic bootstrapping characteristic, the user data automatically executes scripts or commands the first time an instance startup, and it is used to automate tasks like installing software packages, applying system update, or downloading the code of applications. It also eliminates the need for manual setup. Yeah, that's for efficiency. So next we have 3 questions about use case matching. Question 1. A machine learning platform needs temporary, extremely high speed storage for caching intermediate computation results during model training on an EC2 instance. So the data does not need to be retained after instance stops. So which is the best option here? We have 4 options, and the correct one is the EC2 is installed. So here are some characteristics. It is physically attached. So unlike network-based storage, instance store is directly connected to the physical host machine, which provide extremely high read and write speeds and ultra-low latency. The storage is also designed for non-permanent data. So all the results are automatically dumped when the instance is stopped or is terminated. So it's best for caching because it provides high performance buffers, scratch data, and intermediate machine learning computation results, which does not require long-term durability. And about other options like EBS, EFS, and S3, those are all network attached service. So although they offer better durability, they have higher latency and slow speeds, which violate our prerequisite here, which is temporary and extremely high speed storage. Question 2, which AWS storage type is best suited for running relational database that requires high input-output performance on Amazon EC2? Yeah, so the correct answer is B, Amazon EBS. So the EBS acts like a direct attached hard drive, providing the low latency and high input-output operation per second. It is also designed to handle the high transaction workloads typical of SQL database engines. And it has a persistent storage. So the data in the database remains safe and accessible even when the EC2 is stopped or restarted. Question 3. What is the primary difference between the EC2 launch type and the Fargate launch type in Amazon ECS? The correct answer is Fargate is a serverless architecture that removes the need for managed EC2 instance. So here we will compare the Fargate and the EC2. Fargate is about serverless, which is you don't have to provision patch or scale any virtual servers. So you just need to define your application requirement such as CPU or RAM, and the AWS will manage it automatically. And the easy tool is that the user is responsible for managing and configuring the virtual servers. So you have to manually install the ECS agent, patching the OS or scaling the cluster of instances. And next is level 3 questions. So a company needs to store compliance audit logs for 7 years to meet regulatory requirements. So they are almost never accessed. And the primary requirement is to optimize for the lowest cost. So which one is the most appropriate? So the most appropriate one is the S3 Glacier Deep Archive. So here are some of the characteristics. This has the lowest cost in S3. Yeah, so it meets the primary requirement here. So and it is also designed for archiving. It is perfect for long-term data retention, like 7 years, and it also provides high durability, like the 11.9 and S3 classes. And trade-offs is that in exchange for the lowest price, it has the highest retrieval time, which is acceptable because they are almost never accessed. And the last question, how can you encrypt an existing unencrypted Amazon EBS volume? And the correct answer is take a snapshot and copy that snapshot with encryption enabled. Yeah, so here are some of the characteristics. It has no direct change. So encryption settings cannot be modified directly on an existing EBS volume. The snapshot method is that to add encryption, you must first capture the volume's data in a snapshot. And we encrypt during the copy. And the final replacement is that we create a new encrypted volume from the copy and swap it with the original unencrypted one. Yeah, so that's all of our presentation. Thank you for listening.